This is the Liquid Courage Podcast, a in-depth look at every episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog. In this episode, we check out The Demon in the Mattress and Freaky Fred, featuring Taylor, Tim, and Sheldon. Now here are your hosts.
Alright. Am I introing it again?
You always seem to.
Do you want us to intro it?
I don't know, but I like this rolling start. Welcome to the Liquid Courage Podcast, everyone.
I wanted the intro.
Too bad. Boy, oh boy, do we got we got a fucking show for you folks today. It is the episode.
It's the one we've all been waiting for.
We've been waiting for.
That's
it's
right.
the one that starts the boy.
We are finally done with all the filler episodes. Well,
okay, let's not say that.
Let's not say that. You're not looking at tomorrow, which is Mother's Day.
I am looking at so many. But we're here.
As good as
I'm
its worst
here.
filler.
you're here. Who are you?
I am Taylor. Nice to hear me again. I'm happy to be here. I am joined as always by my two compatriots in exorcism. Sheldon.
Hey.
And I caught him mid-drink. I was waiting.
Yeah, you did. You fucking asshole.
And Tim.
Oh,
Hullabaloo and howdy do.
Ah.
We've got a show for you.
that shot hurt.
So we're here, and we have podcast for you. We have a Twitter now. I'm gonna just do this at the top of the hour. We have a Twitter now. It's at liquid underscore podcast. That'll take you to the Liquid Courage. Yes, it is. I'm looking at our handle. It is the at liquid underscore
That's right.
podcast.
He is right. I'm sorry. I forgot. Never mind. I don't want to mention the other one.
Oh
Jeez,
my!
Tim.
Did you make two?
Remember, I made the original one.
Oh yeah.
I put the birth date.
We didn't get that
tell the
one back.
story.
No, it's gone to the ages.
Oh yeah. Hey, we're putting your embarrassment on blast. Tell them real quick before we get into this.
All right. So originally, when I created that Twitter, as I have made many Twitters in the past, I will remind you, part of my job is social media in real life.
It sure is. Sure is.
I had the great idea of like, well, you know, it'd be really cheeky if I put the birthday as the first episode that we ever aired. Not to realize that you can't be 0 years old on Twitter. And so as soon as I entered that, I was like, oh, it's not letting me do anything with the account. And it's like, you have to verify your age. And I'm like, so I kept putting in that date. It kept telling me, that's not right. You can't be 0 years old.
You stupid baby.
And so I was like, oh, fine, I'll change it. And it goes, but we don't believe you to begin with.
We don't believe a baby was trying to start a Twitter.
It's not even a baby. It's like a fucking fetus.
That's right. Pre-birth, in the womb, a child was trying to make the Liquid Courage podcast. Wow.
Courage podcast.
None of those words came out correctly.
Sounds like
Courage
a baby.
podcast.
I'm 3 shots in.
Yeah. So that happened. So we're liquid underscore podcast. If you've not followed us there, do that because we post announcements.
Do we?
Yes, we post
Yes.
announcements on what episodes we will be checking out next, as well as some cheeky stuff between. We try to do some stuff every week, just keep things light. A couple jokes here and there. Nothing.
It'll pick up more come soon.
Nothing naughty.
This is starting already. Okay.
Don't blow the load too soon, Tim.
He's already sticky.
As I say, I'm already here. Someone did.
We've got that. We have so many places you can listen to us at. You look for the Liquid Courage podcast, and you can find us on Apple Podcasts. And if you do find us on Apple Podcasts, think about leaving a review. You don't have to. I don't need. It doesn't validate my existence. It does validate our podcast existence. So
I don't know. It makes me feel better.
It makes Sheldon feel like a pretty girl.
It will help us out in the end. So if you do like the podcast, like we intend to keep going,
cool.
but it does help us see that people like it.
No. Understand, we're doing this whether you're here or not.
That's right.
But this is one Saturday a month that we're like, hey,
Sheldon, instead of working on that noose, let's do a podcast instead.
So that's how much you drank. Not just joking.
He's only had 2, but we have that. We are on Spotify. We're on those other places Tim told me to remember.
Breaker, anything, any place you get your podcast, we are on there.
We're there.
So, and if you have any trouble, you can always go to our Twitter and go to our Anchor page, which is where we host all of our podcasts out of. Big shout out to Anchor and the Anchor community. Thank you guys. You've helped us out quite a bit.
Hashtag hold me down. Get it like an anchor. That's the whole that's the whole hashtag.
That's the whole.
Everybody.
We also have a email if you want to contact us. And Tim, what's the actual address for that one there?
The actual email address is theliquidcouragepodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, so if you want to talk to the shitlords that are us, go for it.
If you want to recommend anything, you have any small things you want to give us, tidbits, whatever. Or if you want to tell us you hate us, that's fine too.
Yeah, too.
Shitlords is a bit strong. We're more like shit marquees.
Yeah, I'm not to lordship yet. I'm still a shit master.
You may notice that this is happening because I'm really stalling. I don't want to talk about Demon in the Mattress where we got to go first.
No, but it's great. It's
okay.
It's
Sheldon said at the beginning of this viewing and this podcast, he goes, this is the one. This is the episode that I go, oh yeah, courage.
Yep.
It
is. Whenever I start thinking about courage, this is the episode I start thinking about first. And it's not even the Freaky Fred part.
Yeah, no, really. You think Demon in the Mattress first?
He goes Demon.
I go Demon in the Mattress.
Wow.
Freaky Fred's good. Don't get me wrong. Like Freaky Fred is probably way better, but this is the one that comes to mind.
Of course, yeah. So, Exorcist then had a big role in your life, didn't it?
Probably a lot more than I'd care to admit.
Because there's a lot of homages to it.
There's so much. I'm going to be upfront right now and tell you I've never watched The Exorcist all the way through.
What?
I think it's boring towards the end.
I've never done it.
Personally.
My dad watched it when he was little, and he told me that it was very scary, and that scared me. This is the man that showed me arachnophobia when I was like 8. This is why I have arachnophobia. No, he loved me. He was just like, this is a fun movie, and then was like, probably shouldn't have. But yeah, and so I've watched it, but I've never watched it in one sitting. I've always just had I've seen bits and pieces, so I know The Exorcist. I just have never watched the whole thing all the way through. But
now you say you can because you watched Even in the Mattress.
That's not how shit works. If we're doing that in 2019, we're done.
There are so many homages and making fun of kind of that cliche too. The whole thing of it.
That's the weird thing about today is you don't have to watch a thing. You just have to see the parodies of it to know the thing.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh man, yeah, that's from that.
It's super weird. But here we are. And it is the current year, and we're going to talk about courage because here we are.
All right, no segues. Just straight in.
Yeah.
Well, dive right in. I
got very little segues. We did so much filler at the beginning of this episode.
I know.
We did a lot.
We're diving into it. We have The Demon in the Mattress is our first very, very fun, very, very spooky episode.
Yeah, and can I start with a little? I'm looking at the title card right now.
Sure, Papa.
For our audio listeners who can't find the title card, it very much is basically just a snapshot from the episode with the background cut out of the two gerbil brothers carrying a mattress.
Fuck those boys.
Which we'll get into, but I just thought it's funny that is the title card for the whole episode.
Yeah, it's very fun. I hate those things so very much.
I mean, the blue eye was fine. What are you talking about?
It's Mr. Problem Child with the hissing and the fucking rattlesnake tail. That's a problem.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here that we don't know about.
So The Demon in the Mattress is the A episode of the two-part series, that we've been talking about. So if I refer to it as the A episode, you're clued in. It's just the first episode on the docket. It's the first episode connected to this.
Yep.
It was written primarily from what I am seeing by the Irvin S. Bauer. Again, we've talked about how writers work. There's probably others that were involved, but he's the one that got the credit. Because you also have staff writers, you've got head writers, you've also got Dilworth, who is a writer and also director and also creator. So,
yep,
it's that's John Dilworth, by the way. So I like to give that credit. When we talk about Freaky Fred, it's going to be David Stephen Cohen and a Bill Marsili that are the credited written by writers. Again, you got others on there. But I just, again, want to put that out there. It's just a nice thing we do. But into the episode we go. It is called Demon in the Mattress. It is fun. It aired December 3rd, 1999, just like Freaky Fred, since they were a couple
same episode.
Yep.
Yeah. And,
The episode starts off pretty straight away.
My mattress sucks.
Yeah.
Says Muriel.
Not much context. None's needed.
Here's what I want to read to you real quick. The Wikipedia breakdown of this episode. It is one sentence on the series run.
Oh.
It's just unable to sleep on her old lumpy mattress. Muriel orders a new one. But as soon as it arrives, it is revealed that it apparently harbors evil spirits.
Apparently.
Which proceeds to possess her as she sleeps. That's all they give us. And that really bugs me, because I go, there's so much more here.
There's a lot going on. There's a ton of stuff. And, if you go to the actual fandom wiki, god damn, does it have page...
Does it crash your computer? I know.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta watch out for where you browse. What cookies you accept.
Hey, fandom wiki. Fix that, would you?
No.
Could you figure out a way to make that work for all of your stuff where when I click on it, it doesn't immediately just explode? That'd be neat.
I think that's just you.
Every time. But Demon in the Mattress opens up with lumpy mattress. And the Can we talk about the old mattress for a minute?
I was going to say, are we going to talk about how Muriel's side is completely busted out? There may have been a rough night beforehand.
Oh, I mean, I think that's years.
Probably several years beforehand,
years.
Tim.
They don't have any kids.
No, but...
Eustace is sterile.
Well, okay. You got me there.
Farming accident. He got his balls caught in a wood chipper.
Got a little too close to that thrasher.
A wood chipper, huh? A fucking wood chipper?
Listen, that was the last time he was naked on the farm.
As far as I could go. I was like, wheat thresher? Maybe.
Yeah.
A weed whipper, even. But a fucking...
No, it was a weed whacker.
Wait,
come on.
Wait. Do you call weed whackers whipper?
Apparently when I'm drunk, I do.
Oh, there we go.
Get the weed whipper going.
By the way, folks, this is when you find out that our co-host Sheldon is not only 90 years old, apparently from the deep south.
Gotta get that whipper out and go ahead and
get on the Piggly Wiggly.
Get down to that Winn-Dixie.
We gotta move on before I say a joke I'm gonna regret.
Yeah, okay.
Unable to sleep on her old mattress. It's a bad mattress, and the next morning is the most normal morning that
they've ever had.
Yeah, where they hang out, and they're in the kitchen. They're making breakfast, and that's really it. That's all that really happens.
Yeah, Courage
Eustace finds a new mattress ad.
Yeah. Courage gets a weird loaf of meat.
Or a meatloaf.
You were saying it was.
I said it was liver.
Nah.
And you said it was steak.
And you were like, it's steak. And I go, I didn't
And
want to
I thought it's probably just solid vinegar, knowing Muriel.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah, that possibly be.
How do you solidify? I don't want to know.
Muriel found a way.
With gelatin.
There's a will.
Yeah, go ahead.
Way.
Hey, I want you to go ahead and think about that for a minute. Yeah. Yep. Jello flavored fucking vinegar. There you go.
Know my next prank for the office picnic.
There you go. That was a freebie for you. But they're having breakfast. Eustace finds a mattress ad. Muriel calls the number. Okay. 95% of Courage the Cowardly Dog episodes can be solved with, hey, don't do that. Like, when you hear the creepy voice, stop.
Yeah.
The problem's here.
Oh my god, I figured it out. Like, this is an allegory for scam calls before scam calls. All old people don't listen to fucking tone. They just listen to content. My computer is broken. I shall fix it by giving you my social security number. There we go.
Motherfucker.
They just listen to that. That's all they go off of.
You'll solve the problem? All right. My mattress is fucked and you'll give me a new one?
You creepiest motherfucker on the end of the phone. He can't be any creepier.
He might as well be hosting Creep Show. Is what you're saying.
He is essentially the Crypt Keeper. And
yeah, maybe.
And like they make the phone call. Courage is like skeeved out by it. Listens in on the other end. Muriel orders the mattress, and it comes to the house
without giving her address.
Yeah, without giving the address, they go, "We know where you live."
No.
And it's like, This is before the internet. They don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's not before, but it's before the. Do you know how many things know my actual address? Too many. Too many things know my actual address.
And
because
you're
I
actually
just go,
off the grid compared to the rest of us.
Yeah, I just go, yeah, let it know so I can get my Amazon faster. But
you're gonna be the first to die when the AI takes over.
Joke's on you. I already am one.
Oh no! There's nothing to follow that. I'm just surprised.
No, we're done. We're just sad.
Bye, everybody. But so that happens. We then cut to a horse-drawn carriage. More questions than I have time
Made
to go
from
over.
CGI material, the best CGI you can get your hands on.
In '99.
In '99. Post Dire Straits CGI, but still bad.
I need to know. I don't have a '99 CGI reference. But I'm currently looking at an episode or a trailer for Detective Pikachu, and I'm just saying, we came a long way, guys.
Listen, I've seen CGI of current era that is worse than what we saw in that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
So, to give you perspective, CGI in film in 1999, movies were like Fight Club, The Matrix, and Star Wars Episode 1. That's it.
Oh, so let's go Star Wars Episode 1.
Let's not say we did.
Nope, I'm doing that one. So, I remember watching Star Wars Episode 1. That has some pretty okay to good CGI.
That was also Lucasfilms, and I won't say their height, because it definitely wasn't.
Oh god, no. But, so, let's just take a minute. Mentally, those of you that have watched the episode, mentally take in the like diving down to Boss Nass and where Jar Jar Binks is from, and just hold Jar Jar and everybody on and all that CGI. Okay.
Okay.
Wheels.
I don't.
Courage.
Can we not talk about Jar Jar Binks?
Could we move on?
Can I go a day in my life without thinking about Jar Jar Binks?
Just replace the ships with this chariot that we're dealing with.
That's true, yeah. So the wagon is very weird. It's weirdly CGI too. Like, not all the wagon is CGI.
It is, though, I thought. The mattress isn't, and the drivers aren't, but the wagon CGI.
Definitely the wheels.
Yeah. Is it just the wheels?
I thought it was just the wheels.
No, I thought it was the whole thing. It was the whole thing.
At the very least, look at the wheels. So take episode 1, then look at the wheels on Courage. Be confused.
Good enough to pass, creepy enough to go, I don't like it.
I think that was it. And so we cut to this wagon being driven by mice? Rats?
Weasel? Gerbils? No, the gerbils come later.
At least. I'm pretty sure the scary one's a weasel.
Well, we said gerbils because where they get the mattress from, the cave that they get the mattress from looks like an anus.
Looks like an anus. No. Straight up.
Now, I think you might be projecting. I didn't see it.
I need you, by the way, listener, this is an old joke that South Park made. Richard Gere, Google gerbil, Richard Gere, and then also Google Lemmy-Winks from South Park and have an afternoon.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And yeah, so that happens. Then these weasel gerbs
arrive at
get
the
out.
house. Yep.
The Gerbwees.
And one of them is like a little hunchback boy with a weird scar, and then the other one is a tall boy with a weird tail and the eye.
The eye of Sauron, almost.
The
that
blue
blue eye.
popping out of his skull eye.
Yeah, he looks at like Courage goes like, and it pops. And it was at this point that I realized, oh, it's that episode.
Oh, that's right. I've had nightmares of this on a regular basis for the last 20 years.
I caught, like, to a point, that's not wrong. Like, that heavily influenced a reoccurring nightmare I had where my dog turned into a robot and ate my tongue.
All right, let's just stop there for a second.
That's an interesting take on the situation.
I was a young boy. I was 8 years old in 99. I had a dream where all the dogs turned into alien robots on Earth. Their eyes glowed red, and then my dog ate my tongue out. And I had that dream like 6 times one time, and I was very scared.
I think we all should be scared.
I'm a little terrified just hearing it.
I also had a nightmare one time where Darth Vader cut my hand off because Star Wars.
Well,
Of
yeah.
course.
I mean, who
Of
hasn't
course.
had that
I
one?
ran the
Alright.
gambit.
At least it was your hand.
There you go.
So
they
get the
they're
mattress inside.
terrifying. Can we?
Why do you
I
want
want
to move on?
I want to poke a little bit more at one of these gerbils because one of them, like you said, is the hunchback with a horrific scar on him.
Yeah.
The other one with the bulbous eye also has a rattlesnake's tail.
Yeah. We don't get much backstory for them.
No, I
Nope,
think
they are the deliverers.
we see them a couple more times in the series too.
I thought we do.
Oh yeah, definitely the
do.
hunchback one.
The hunchback, I know.
Yeah, we see at least one of them more. I don't know about the other one. Maybe he just dies because he's horrifically grotesque.
Listen, there was something wrong with that one.
Yeah.
You had to put that one down.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Rabies.
Oh, that's what got him.
The scurvy.
So
the fact that his eye's a fucking stress ball.
his stress
But,
finally got him.
Every motherfucking
So they,
guy.
yeah, he's oh my god, he's like one of those squeeze animals.
Yeah, he
Like,
looks
yeah.
like
Squeeze it.
yeah.
The
eyes
one
pop
on
out.
the desk of every jackass of every office in America.
Every office. I was gonna say office Chad, but I want to get away from Chad.
Yeah, I mean,
as a name.
let's not go
Jeremy.
into that subsection of the internet.
I think that's stupid. Yeah, every office Jeremy. There's always an office Jeremy. You know Jeremy. His hair is just too nice. He's got the good button-up shirt, and you've got the wrinkly one, and he's just like, you know, like he's just too much, and you're like, he's just too happy to be in that office job.
Too close to home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just
Close to home.
he's too happy to be there, and then he eats more than 3 crackers, and he goes, "Oh, that's enough for me. That's enough.
Gotta
for
get
today.
back to work.
Yeah, gotta get these reports done and out by the morning."
Sheldon, why aren't you putting in the extra effort? I don't know, Jeremy. Just let me go.
Eat your crackers, Jeremy. Damn it.
Oh.
So they bring the mattress up the stairs.
After it makes a very scary
Somebody.
face.
It
We
does
broke
make it.
someone now.
Mm,
I'm there.
You broke me, asshole.
But
Really,
there's that.
this part of the episode actually goes pretty fast comparatively to Freaky Fred, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I think it's because we were anticipating.
yeah, and Freaky Fred's really like, I know, Sheldon, you think of Demon in the Mattress as the big. As
Well,
the
it's
first
for
thing you
me.
think of,
Like, I
yeah.
understand.
Just like the first thing I think of Courage, I think of the gerbil little attractions, the Small World After All boat ride, whatever the hell that is.
Oh,
What?
yeah, no.
That's season
he's-
2, I believe.
That's a deep boy.
That's a deep
That's
pull.
I
the
think of
first
the
episode I've ever
raccoons.
seen. Yeah, there you go. That's also a good episode. But let's just go ahead and get to the bread and butter where Muriel is on the mattress.
Courage they get the mattress in. Courage tries to tell her no. She's like, I'm going to take a nap though, and takes a nap, and then possession. The whole room turns green.
Very, very vibrant green.
Super green.
Like, I'm sick of this green, and it's only been 5 seconds.
And this is when we start to see the Exorcist kind of homage parody.
Right.
And like because you get like Dutch angles on it too, which if you don't know filmmaking, Dutch angles are like when you're watching a movie and they're trying to give you an uneasy feeling, they tilt the screen sideways.
Yes.
And like do that slow pan shit. That's a Dutch angle.
That's exactly it. You hit it. Nice.
Yeah, I took intro to motion picture.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And so they do a lot of that. They do a lot of color swapping, and everything's kind of this green, this vibrant green.
Yes.
And, yeah, it's fun. So that goes on, and then
and it kind of, as Muriel gets possessed, everything turns a little bit greener. That's where things start to get like the Exorcist parody kind of stuff, where her head it spins
Just
around all the way.
Full 360. I almost said 180. It's fine.
Yeah, halfway.
Just making all sorts of puns.
And she has like she's got a deep voice with a bunch of reverb, and it's also the first time that Courage and Eustace worked together to fix something.
I think so, yeah.
And
yeah, didn't work out so well, but
spoilers. But yeah,
for Courage, it worked out fine.
Yeah, again. But then Eustace is also worried when the head comes off. They go downstairs. They start talking like, "What are we gonna do?" And Courage is being Courage and is like,
"I'll search the internet for a solution."
Yep. And types in Exorcist. We don't get any really fun interaction with him in computer this time.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything like calling him a twit or anything like that.
It's
very fast cuts too. Like
it's
very
super fast.
Bam, bam,
boom, 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 boom.
We got to keep this going. Fred's coming.
Like they made a super long version of it, and they were like, "Well, it still has to fit 12 minutes plus commercials."
Yeah, cut it. Yeah. And so he does that. He comes down. He gives Eustace the like how to beat an exorcism thing, which
requires humiliation.
Yeah, go ahead. You do it. Yeah, you guys do this better. Go for it.
I don't remember the word.
Sheldon, go. It's your favorite episode. Go.
Hullabaloo and howdy do, musty prawn and Timbuktu. Oh God.
Yeltsy bye, hippity too. Kick him in the dishpan. Hoo.
Kick him in the dishpan. Ho ho ho.
And he has to wear a flowing gown.
I like the idea that an exorcism doesn't have to do with a blood price or a seance.
Priest, anything.
But it's more of, are you willing to humiliate yourself? Are you willing to really dig down deep and make yourself look like a fool?
Maybe if you embarrass yourself enough, the ghost would just leave.
Yeah. So he puts Courage in one of, or he puts
Courage on. That's
Eustace.
A whole new fucking fetish.
That's just vor. He makes Eustace wear a flowing gown. Eustace attempts the chance. It doesn't work the first time. So Courage comes to the rescue with the buried other gown he had.
Yep.
Too many gowns.
That's a good point. So Courage has 2 times where he digs something out of the yard. First time, a ladder. A complete ladder. Not broken. Full size, 12-foot probably ladder.
Mm-hmm.
The second time
ladder.
Is a gown. It makes you question, like, what? Why?
Why are you
The first one's okay. That one's Muriel's. Second one?
Yeah.
Is that for you? Does it make you feel pretty?
Yes.
It's all right. We all have those moments.
Then he kicks in the door. Well, I guess we forgot the big scary part where it's like building all this tension.
Oh.
Courage, come here, closer.
Closer.
Thanks, demon. And then the reveal is I need tea. Oh yeah, no, I would. Would you like some tea?
Would you like
Yeah.
a cup of tea? And then it's like, oh, well, yeah, sure.
They have a nice conversation, really.
Yeah, kind of. Just
I
the only
mean,
thing they really say is like,
where's Muriel?
"Where's Muriel?"
And then they have a thumb fight, and
Courage
let's
loses.
just say that ghost still cheats.
Yeah, but Courage still
Fucking
loses.
asshole.
Yep.
When you make a deal with the devil, nobody wins.
I really think
Not even the devil.
the real big part of this
Wait.
episode, or this part of the episode, I should say, after Eustace tries to recite the holy saying, is he fails, and Muriel she pukes all over him, right?
Yeah.
Right after
Yep.
she licks all over his body.
Oh yeah,
No.
that's right. Yeah,
With a big kiss tongue, just a no.
this pointy, like gross animated tongue that Dilworth
Warty.
and all of them.
They like their warts in this series,
Yeah,
huh?
they really do. Rigid.
They are.
I don't know.
Deviant art.
I don't.
I'm sure
I
they're
don't
funny.
like that we said rigid and wordy the same breath.
It's all right.
Is it though?
You'll get used to it.
No. But that happened. Yeah, he licks Eustace, then voms on him.
And then, of course, Eustace is demoralized after that a bit, as one would be.
I don't blame him a single bit.
I don't see why.
And so there's that. Courage then does it. He does it.
Correct.
He does it. No, he doesn't. That's the thing.
No, he does it. He does it all. It's just,
He
He does it. He does it with he Scooby Doo's it, which made me mad because we know Courage talks like a human with very minor speech impediment. We know that people can understand him, but then he just fucking phoned that shit in.
Yeah.
Rowdy.
Listen, he
fuck
knew he
you.
could do better than Eustace. That's about it.
So incantations are about emotions now?
Yeah, I mean, Hanna-Barbera had to get their money
intentions?
somewhere, right?
Yeah, aren't they?
I don't know. I ain't no witch.
I have no idea which witchcraft. Let me throw all these.
If you're a Satanist or a Wiccan, please email us. liquidcouragepodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, why not? I'll take whatever you have to say.
We're gonna get a
probably save us
newsletter
the trouble.
and watch. That's what we're gonna get.
But
Don't actually. If you are, that's fine. I thank you. If you know something about incantations, cool. Don't just send weird things.
please don't curse us.
I shouldn't send weird things. There, I fixed it.
Yeah. That's
All right.
But
All right.
everything is redeemed because Courage is
Close that email.
reciting the holy text of Hullabaloo Howdy Do, brings
Gets it
the
done?
ghost out of Muriel. So
But then what happened, Tim?
Eustace rushes in a hazmat suit.
And he's prepared to save the day.
He's prepared to say it. And then suddenly the gas gets through the hazmat suit.
Wait, yeah, no, Tim made a fuck. That's a point. That's a point.
It's spooky ghost. Hazmat don't save you from ghosts.
But
But is
Freeman.
it gas? It went up Muriel's nose at the beginning of the episode.
but it was Is it? Oh,
It's gas.
I gotta say it.
Ghosts are transmitting through gas.
You were gonna fucking say the word, weren't you?
It's ghost fart gas. There we go.
There we go.
No.
The stank that can't dissipate.
I did it.
Ugh.
Did it.
Yeah, you should have.
But yeah, and then he gets possessed, and then they don't say. We now know Courage can get rid of Ghost, but they don't get rid of Ghost.
Instead of getting rid of Ghost second time, they decide, knock Eustace out, wrap him up,
Roll him in the mattress.
Yeah.
and then send him and the mattress away.
Yeah, like I said, Casper's renewal policy really good.
Oh yeah, refunds, 100%. Next
Weasel
day.
makes a grand show, hisses at him once more, they leave.
They leave. They're
I
out.
like that they still came back and got it.
They're like, damn it.
Listen, there's only one mattress.
This is third time this week.
But, okay, so I don't normally side with Eustace Bag.
Yeah.
He's normally a dick.
Yeah, he is indeed a dick.
But this is the time.
Yeah.
Because
they leave him out to dry.
they didn't even fucking try, my dudes.
Yeah, they had the
When
tools.
have they ever tried?
No, but like other times it's been like, oh, it's so bad. This is like, you know how to fix it.
Right.
Still says no.
And the best part about all this, like, so here's my thought.
Okay.
If they were to expel it from Eustace, judging that it didn't go back into Muriel right as it went out into the air, would it have gone into Courage?
Would have gone into the mattress. Who knows?
Oh yeah, it could have, yeah. We don't even know if ghosts can possess dogs. See, there's a lot of lore we're not hearing here. And that's why I wrote this book, Lore of One Episode of Courage the Coward.
Ghosts, goblins, and spooks.
We wrote it. Here we are.
Weasels, popping eyes, and ghosts.
It's like 3 sentences.
It's spooky. That's the first
I
sentence.
guarantee you we can get that on Amazon. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. And then they fix the problem by buying a couch.
Yeah. That's good. True. They didn't even buy a new mattress. She just went out to a store and bought a legitimate couch. Yeah. Which is a couch that would show up later as well.
What's the difference between a legitimate couch and an illegitimate couch?
She bought a already illegitimate mattress.
No. I was hoping that you were going to say that an illegitimate couch doesn't couch parents.
It's
but, okay.
I was gonna say it's centered on public TV. Would you like to know some trivia and some other things from this episode that I just happen to have up?
Please pop up.
Please throw them up there.
First and only appearance of the Mattress Demon. The wheels of the evil delivery man's wagon is turning in 3D animation. So it says just the wheels, but I went back and looked at it, and it looks like the whole wagon is pretty much CGI.
But the whole wagon's not turning in 3D.
That you've got me there. Yeah.
I wish it was.
So of course, let's see here. This episode was actually censored in some countries because of the demonic head spinning.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yep. Other than that,
that's real.
They reference this episode one time later, but way later in the season. So we'll get to that when that happens. And the last tidbit, which I think is the best, this is one of the few episodes in which Eustace teams up with Courage to save Muriel without the exchange of money.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's right. Eustace gets paid by a dog later, guys.
Several times. Not
Why
just
should I
once.
save my wife?
Oh my god.
I don't know. Can you grease this up a little bit?
Grease the wheels. Grease them
Yeah.
a bit.
So what do you, I mean, this is a weird one because it's a good one. Like I can't even. Like,
It's a parody. Yeah.
It's a parody.
Ultimately, it's
But it's
hard
a
to
good
break
one.
down because it's literally just a parody of the Exorcist at the
Yeah.
end of the day. They do
And
the head rotating, the
The
puking,
vomiting,
literally,
exorcism.
yeah, the
It's
exorcism.
because I hadn't seen The Exorcist before I saw this, so it's like
yeah,
it's one of those things where I saw this first before I saw The Exorcist, so now my mind goes, The Exorcist is just a parody of Courage. It's just sort of fucking.
I love that you're in the backwards realm. Oh my god, you're Bizarro, man.
It's the best. So when you're watching that movie, you're like, wow, they're parodying that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog really well.
Really well.
They really
Wow.
drug this whole Courage the Cowardly Dog parody out way too long.
Wow, they did it well, huh?
There's also no dog.
Where's the dog?
Huh, I don't see the reference here.
Jesus.
They messed up.
They messed up.
But okay, and this is one of the few episodes where when I I don't even need to go around the room and do like the does this hold up? Hey guys, does this episode hold up?
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
I give
Hey.
it 7 screeching weasels out of 10.
Oh,
There.
thank you. Yes, the screeching weasels.
There you go.
There you go.
I have a question for
Sure.
the two of you since we're live now. Have we always been doing out of 10 or out of 5?
Out of 10.
No, it's been out of 5, I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm pretty sure all of them been out of 10. Because we did like the spider eggs, and I did it out of 10.
I'm pretty sure it was out of 5, Tim.
I don't know. I think it might have been out of 10.
Well, either way, I give it a 8 out of 10 or a 4 out of 5.
Of screeching weasels.
A screeching weasels.
Screeching weasels,
Yes, sir.
of course.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna, this is a higher one, 8.5 screeching weasels. That's a terrible image, by the way, of 8.5 squeezing.
Just all screeching at them and their eyes
There's only
pulsating.
there's only 8 technically screeching weasels. There's a half kind of bloodied silent
Hey,
stump.
if it's horizontal, still could be.
Oh,
Oh.
vertical would be terrible.
More difficult. But yeah, it's a phenomenal episode. When the tea gag happens, I was uneasy and I knew it was coming,
Yeah.
and that's just because I have headphones on and I hear all the background clutter as well. And so I was hearing that plus everything else in my brain was going, that's behind you, because fight or flight.
Right.
But yeah, oh my god, like I can't say this is an entry point though.
Oh,
No,
no.
definitely not.
You don't think? I mean, I don't think either of these episodes are entry points. I don't think they are because they're parodies of other things.
I think if you knew, like, if you were older, maybe this would be an entry point. Like,
Yeah.
if you had seen The Exorcist before this, then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this episode's parodying that. Let's watch it, kind of thing. Then yeah, maybe that would be an entering point. But for as a little kid or a younger
Yeah.
demographic, I definitely not.
We'll start on something a bit more lighthearted.
Yeah, but not Cajun Granny Stew.
Cat's Hotel.
There we go, lighthearted.
But they're a part of the same episode, Taylor, so...
That's right.
But yeah, I love it. The minute I saw the weasels, I went, "Oh, it's this episode," and I immediately reverted to watching it.
Yeah, like I said, it's the one I think about.
So this episode
definitely-
traumatizing to you. One of
So
you.
good.
It's all good.
I'm not making a drink. What are you talking
A
about?
little bit of trauma. A little bit of trauma equals a good show.
Right. And speaking of trauma, the next part of the episode,
Oh boy.
Freaky Fred.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most well-known episodes behind Ramses and.
If
or a
you don't
couple
know
other.
what Freaky Fred is, man, you're missing out.
If you were a fan of the show and you never heard of Freaky Fred, I would say you were not a fan of the show.
I would implore you to stop listening to this and go watch Freaky Fred right now.
Tim, did you just gatekeep
Hell
Courage the
yeah!
Cowardly Dog fans?
You really did, Tim.
Oh.
This is for the hardcore.
Oh my god.
That's right.
Here we are, folks. This is the last episode of.
Maybe.
Lee couldn't work with Tim anymore.
Suddenly,
We're
Tim
not
was
friends
outcasted
anymore.
and blacklisted from the only podcast he's allowed to be on.
Yeah, Freaky Fred. I don't know how to. I don't think there's much introduction that needs to be doing here.
I think
Because it's been memed to hell.
Naughty.
it's a very well-known episode. It's so much so, and I'll throw this out at the beginning, that there is people on Twitter and Newgrounds that are getting together to make a reanimated version of it. So that means like every 7 to 10 seconds of it has been reanimated by a different animator, combined all together to make a mishmash of the whole episode.
Yeah, they're still working on that.
Yeah, they're still
Yeah.
in progress as of recording this on. This will come out May 2019, so hopefully it'll be out pretty soon.
Which, yeah. By the way, guys, did you know Newgrounds things were still happening? I didn't.
Oh, you're missing out. Get part of the community. How dare you? Did you leave?
No.
How dare you?
No.
No.
Oni left. Everybody left.
Oh, and he's still there. He's
Does
still.
he put anything out though?
I don't know about Newgrounds, but he puts himself playing Newground games on YouTube. So
it's meta as shit. But yeah, it's Freaky Fred is our next one that we saw today, and this is not really one that it's not one that I feel like I have to talk a whole heck of a lot about.
I really don't want to spoil it, to be perfectly honest. But let's face it, everyone knows what
this is. Literally our job at the moment is to spoil these episodes.
Yeah, walk
through
it. Yeah,
but it's one of those things where it's like, this is Freaky Fred. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, it's almost as memeable as the bathtub barracuda that comes later down the line as well.
That's literally the last episode.
Yeah. It's one of the most memeable things ever.
I am 95% sure we talk about this every episode that we record.
Yeah.
Well, because
it's Freaky Fred and Bathtub Barracuda.
The Barracuda comes back and gives you life lessons. You can't forget that.
Oh my god.
Because it was the most out of everything that was happening in this whole series. It's weird to get a moment of just like, you could do anything, Courage. What?
Believe in yourself.
All right.
What the hell?
So let's talk about Freaky Fred, the Freaky Barber.
Let's jump in.
Both feet. Here we go. Completely shaven for this one. Haha, get it? But when we talk about Freaky Fred, it's an episode that's odd because it does not really take the point of view of the house first. Yeah. Nobody in the house is like, oh, we're starting with Muriel. Oh, we're starting with Courage. Oh, we're starting with Eustace. We're starting with this other character on a bus, and it's oddly a calm start.
Haiku, everything rhymes. Yeah, I wouldn't say haiku, I guess, but everything rhymes.
Fred's inner monologue rhymes.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's a poem at least. We enter on this dude. He's a weird-looking dude, blonde hair, teeth. Speaks with an accent that is hard to pin down, but is almost Kelsey Grammer-esque, like a Sideshow Bob or a Frasier, because he did both of those.
I was gonna say.
And so he's kind of like that on a bus, and he's talking about how he's going to see his aunt and his uncle, and then we cut to the house. And Muriel is very excited, and Eustace is nailing a door or a lock on a door.
And he really can't wait for him to leave because he's a freaky barber.
Yeah, he even says that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Word for word.
Actually,
he's a freaky barber.
He does. So it's it gets very from there. It just kind of escalates. Fred gets off the bus. Walks into the house. Muriel's happy to see him. Sits very awkwardly next to Courage.
Too polite.
Very polite.
Just not in anyone's space.
And it's not really.
Then he's gonna.
It's not really known why he's there though at the beginning of the episode.
Holiday.
Yeah, holiday, as he says.
On a holiday.
Fred, what brings you? Says Muriel. Holiday.
And that's all you need.
Oh boy. And it kind of escalates from there, but like Eustace comes down, still doesn't want to do anything with Freaky Fred.
Well, who would really?
I'm going to the hardware store. Well, say hello to our guest. He turns around, just looks at him. Sure.
Whatever. Hey there. Get out of my house. Actually,
it's funny that you bring up the Eustace quote. One of his notable quotes from this episode, which I don't know why this is a notable quote, is Fred's a barber, a freaky barber, with his own freaky barber shop where freaky things happen. Freaky barber things.
Yep.
I mean, yep.
And, so they have some family banter, and he needs to use the bathroom. Courage has to show him. And that's apparently Eustace was. I don't know why the lock was being put on the bathroom.
I don't know either.
Yeah, and it's being put on the outside of the bathroom.
But this is when we
Eustace was planning all this just to be an asshole.
yeah. And Muriel's like, he forgot the towels. He gives them to Eustace. Eustace gives the Courage. He throws Courage in the bathroom, slams the door, and then we have the case of the disappearing doorknob.
And then the fun begins.
Then things start to get naughty.
Naughty.
There you go.
And
Point up. He's been waiting for it. He's been waiting patiently.
I've been saying that all week. I've been waiting for this all week, pretty much. I don't know why. It's just this is one of my favorite episodes too.
it's so good. It's so good. And they're in the bathroom, and Courage is very scared, and Fred is just sitting dandily on a toilet,
Courage.
fully clothed. I thought I better add that.
It's still a kid show, mind you.
Yeah.
That would change it drastically.
Yeah, sure would. Sure would. If he was just completely nude.
Let's re-edit this for Adult Swim.
And Courage is very scared. And Freaky Fred's inner monologue continues. And he pulls out a razor and begins the most traumatizing dog grooming in the entire world.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if you could find any other dog shaving, grooming, anything to do with a dog that's more terrifying maybe than this. More
so
uncomfortable.
Scary.
Yeah.
It's really uncomfortable. That's the thing.
It really is.
For a cartoon that is not like an adult cartoon, it's not like watching a cringe joke on Family Guy.
Right.
It's a kid's cartoon that really makes you uncomfortable, and not like, oh, bad acting. Oh, it's
it's euphemism for this.
It's not a parody of really anything other than maybe Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, which it is. It is a parody of Sweeney Todd.
But I feel like it's so much more than Sweeney Todd. Even when you watch even the newer or the older stuff.
Well, Sweeney Todd is a murderer, and so there's that aspect of things. Like the uncomfortableness comes from the tension of, oh, it's death. This uncomfortableness comes from the intent like it's just fucking weird.
Like, because he's not gonna hurt Courage, he's just shaving him.
Yeah. And he goes through his past of like, oh, I shaved my pet hamster?
Gerbil?
Yep, my hamster, my girlfriend, and then just some random guy who walks in.
Oh yeah, then a Yosemite Sam kind of character.
Yosemite Sam ass looking motherfucker.
That's exactly
showing
what
that no one is safe.
Yeah.
From the shave.
Who has the most hairy armpits?
I didn't like that. They were very red too.
They're starting to get a little bit like a lot of scare humor or a lot of like gore humor.
Just weird.
Just gets gross and
it's just weird.
Yeah, and this is kind of like the PG-13 of that. So like they'll show armpit hair, and you're like, well, you didn't need to do that. Like
you didn't have to do that.
No. I'll tell you what was uncomfortable. It wasn't really the shaving. Even the shaving, it was the fact that he was sweating profusely as he was looking upon this man going, maybe just let's just give you a trim there, sir. Yeah. You like the shave, don't you?
He didn't complain until the thing was all done.
He didn't even complain.
That's
right. We didn't
right.
get to that. We don't know how he reacted.
You just know that he was very naughty.
It really could have just been like the cowboy could have gone, yep, perfect, and then he walked out.
That's what I meant by a trim. You're exactly right. I'm glad I keep coming to you.
And that's the weirdest thing though, is that it is just wildly uncomfortable. And I think that's the thing. I'm not gonna go. I really don't think we need to do the play-by-play, because I think you need to go watch it.
I think you hit most of it.
We're not doing it justice.
Yeah.
We're not doing it justice.
No way.
You gotta go watch it.
This is an episode that we will stand out of the way and be like, yeah, you should see this.
Go fucking watch it.
The guy who voices Freaky Fred, I don't, God.
He also, his name is, I have it, Paul Schoeffler?
He does an amazing job.
He also voices cats as well.
Of course he does.
Fucking knew it.
Those are his.
Of course he does.
I believe he does a lot more characters. I think he might actually do LeQuack too. Let me check real fast. Yes, he does. He voices LeQuack as well. He voices a lot of evil characters in the show, including the Big Toe, which is my favorite. Cats, the Cajun Fox, he does as well, and my favorite, the Evil Carrot.
I hate that fucking fox. I wish that fox was shaved instead of Courage.
It's true.
Well, too bad. Courage will recover.
But yeah,
not mentally, but physically.
It's just very creepy. Courage resolves the day by calling a number on a bracelet
for the home for freaky barbers.
Freaky barbers, and that's really it. Yeah. It's a very straightforward episode. It's not short, but there's not a lot of fucking action.
It lingers on things.
It's a hard thing to describe because we also don't want to just do a play-by-play because it doesn't do it justice.
The angles of shit too is so weird. Like the texture, the visual texture.
Oh, that's
the episode is weird.
That is something we also we pointed out in our little watch of it, is that all the textures in the background, even from the start, from the bus, is just very like
it hurts.
Yeah, it's very detailed to a point where you would if you were to rub it in real life, it would be rough, right?
You just don't know why. Like that's the thing. It's another one of those things where you go, that's more than I need. I don't need to know.
It's busy. It's a busy background.
Yeah, it is a very busy background for such a simple design.
Yeah, they do weird angles. They do Dutch angles again. Both of these are parodies. Both of these are about kind of thriller-esque suspense films.
Right.
Muriel watch it. Like there's a tidbit where Muriel's on TV or watching TV. There's actually an old episode or an old rendition. I don't know if it's the 30 version, the 30-something version, or the 23 silent film version. There's two super old Sweeney Todds that it could be. There's one that could be, but it's been lost to time.
Right.
And so it's on there, and we're just like, that was a weird thing for her to be watching, because like normally you don't see the TV, and if you do see the TV, it's like
you don't see
it's still animated. Yeah, or it's an animated like news thing, or it's not an actual film, and that was a film, and we started seeing the mixed media in both of these episodes with CGI and film cutover.
It's actually very ambitious for 1999.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, Cartoon Network at the time was trying to be very ambitious like that. Like, they had the first, like, live-action CGI kind of thing with a very... I don't even want to talk about it because it was very bad. Like, it's terrifying. I can't remember the comedian's name, but it was, like, Bob something Cat.
Bobcat Gold.
Yes, he was the voice actor.
That came later, though.
That was like 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
But that's still the same golden era kind of Cartoon Network, first generation of shows that they made. And like they're very ambitious, combining like CGI, live action, 2D animation. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And
then they did Hole in a Wall.
And then they did Build, Destroy, Build.
You didn't like Hole in a Wall?
Yeah. Andrew WK got paid so much, and I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, I'm that's the only show for the live action era, the only show I ever watched.
But on Cartoon Network, God, that still baffled me.
It's weird decisions.
Yeah, so Freaky Fred is a phenomenal episode.
It's a gem.
Again, like this is really just us reacting to it, watching it. You know,
more of a synopsis.
Years later.
Yeah.
It's like we could do a shot by shot.
No, oh my god,
it's been 20 years. Yeah, it's been past. No, it's gonna be 20 years in December, so 19 years technically. But
well, cool.
Oh well, cool.
Let me make you feel a little bit younger by 7 months.
Hey, listeners, I'm gonna go on Existential Crisis.
Yay!
Woo!
Well, we'd like to hit on some trivia before we go on any further.
Call it.
Yeah, before we start doing our synopsis or
before
reviews.
I weep into the abyss.
Yeah, before we go farther down into both of your mental states.
Holy shit, 20 years, my dude.
So
I'm old.
some of the trivia for this episode, we already talked about how Freaky Fred is voiced by the same guy who does Cats and various other characters, especially the Quack.
I can kind of hear it now that you mentioned it. Like,
Yeah.
It's like in my head playback.
So it's a couple of the very notable trivia is in the Japanese name of the episode is called Yamit Fred, which is Stop It Fred.
Oh, I don't like
Yeah, it gets a little.
Looks like some of my jokes work here, huh?
There is actually a second appearance of Freaky Fred later down the line as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I didn't know that personally.
I don't remember.
Yeah, so that'll be fun when it comes up. Naughty has become an internet meme, and it's said in the episode 14 times.
That's too many.
Yep.
No, it's the perfect amount. The perfect amount would have been 13. But...
This is one of the few episodes in which neither Eustace or Muriel fell victim to the antagonist.
Just animal
Eustace.
abuse here, folks.
Eustace escapes everything in the episode. He says at the beginning of the episode he's going to the hardware store. He actually just goes and sits and reads a paper in the truck. He relaxes on a beach. He goes to a film and sleeps. Movie theater.
Yep.
Good choice, Eustace. Very.
Another
He
is
doesn't
that
have any hair to lose anyway.
here's a fact that I saw that I thought would be it's better down the line when we actually get to an episode with this character. But Jeeves Weevil, who won't appear until Evil Weevil episode, was in one of the thought bubbles, so they already had kind of his idea of what they wanted for him this early in the series, which he comes later. Of course, it's a Sweeney Todd like parody. Some of these are Muriel brings the TV upstairs, but they don't say what she's watching. I think we hit it on the head. It looks like either a Sweeney Todd or a like retro kind of thing going on. The final thing that they put out, other than the errors, which I'm not going to read, the electric shaver was never damaged by water. Although it went into water and or the bathtub, the toilet, the sink several times.
Yeah.
And it would have been
dealing
damaged.
with a supernatural barber here. I'm maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. Like who's looking into this? I'm throwing shit around because it's a cartoon. Yeah, it would also get hurt by like wet hair or stuff like that, but it obviously doesn't because it's a cartoon.
And it kills, and then. Oh no.
Yeah, the only other notable thing is actually there was another bit of censorship from this episode where and outside the US, the part where Courage turns into the bracelet that Freaky Fred has around his wrist. But we won't tell you what it says on it. But the part at the very beginning of the episode where he kind of morphs into that is not shown outside the US. It's cut. Because they thought that it would give away the ending of the episode too fast. And why that wasn't cut out of the US episode is...
But that's the whole thing, though, is that Courage knows right away.
Yeah, this is not right.
He's aware of it. He sees it. He's like, oh, no, that's...
Yeah.
That's not right.
I don't know. Maybe they wanted more ambiguity.
That's a weird censorship. I thought you were gonna say something weirder happens that we didn't get to see.
Yeah, you mean like when Fred just shaves straight up the gooch?
Yeah, he goes right up the genitalia with the.
Let's shave these pancakes right off his face.
Why?
That is a good point. I forgot about that too. Yeah.
Oh my god! Watch the episode.
Go watch the episode. I think it's time for us to give a review.
Hey, does this one hold up?
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know what to...
It does. Unequivocally, yes.
9 out of 10, if not 10 out of 10 for Courage.
If not 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It does. That holds up. 9 out of 10, if not 10.
Yeah,
for sure. It's great. It's fun. It's amazing.
Can we give it 9? Or I'm going to give it 10 out of 10 trimmed pancakes.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that.
Yeah, it's better than what I was coming up with. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, not shaved genitalia.
No, trimmed pancakes. All right, I like it.
10 out of 10 naughty soliloquies.
Oh, I like
those are
that.
good.
There you go. You won in the end.
There once was a man from Nantucket. That's a limerick, but
Yeah. No, and everything.
Google it, kids.
Everything Fred says rhymes, and it's written well. It's
It
animated
is like the
pretty
perfect
well.
episode.
Yeah.
It is one of the quintessential Courage Dog episodes.
Yeah, if you had to watch only one or two things throughout the whole series of Courage the Cowardly Dog, this would be one of the two.
Yeah.
For sure.
I agree with that statement.
you really got to. It's great. It's absolutely wonderful. Like I said, I wish that I could banter more, but you gotta watch it. You really do.
It is truly one of those things.
Please go watch it and tweet at
It's like
us.
I could say word for word how the fucking episode goes down, but I just don't have the same magic.
I know.
that was
Yeah,
brought
no,
to
I
the
can't.
table.
Yeah, everything's
just
on point.
can't.
Voice acting, the visuals, even though we thought the background was a little too like
No, I
crazy.
thought that worked with it.
It works perfectly. It's
Yeah.
so fucking weird.
everything
That's the
meshes
point.
well. It's perfect in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So hey, if you're listening to this, for real, tweet at us at liquid_podcast and send us your best Freaky Fred gifts. Yeah. we're
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
with
definitely
GIF.
do that. Do that.
And I do want to once again shout out the guys who are trying to do the reanimation stuff. I love watching some of it. I went on that Twitter. I love watching it all the time. It's great.
Is there a funding for that, or is it just them doing it?
It's just them doing it. It's very much open source, kind of people throwing in when they can. So
Yeah,
volunteer.
So, take it out. Yeah, check it out, and God,
And
go watch it.
Thanks for listening. Go watch it.
yeah,
Thanks for listening, and whatever you do, don't be naughty.
he said it all.
And now Tim's okay with his life.
Everything's good.
Everything's good. Bye.
Bye.
Have a beautiful time. Bye. That was the Liquid Courage Podcast, an in-depth look at every episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog. In the next episode, we check out The Night of the Weremole and Mother's Day. Music was provided by Visionless. You can find them at www.soundcloud.com/VISIONL3SS. We do not own the rights to Courage the Cowardly Dog. Until next time, have a wonderful night.
I thought just how excited they must be that I would come today. They'd shout, "Come, Fred, huzzah, hooray! Dear boy, you look so naughty."